What's going on? What's going on? What's going on? What's going on, Conscious crew? It is your favorite breakdown commentator, Consciouztv. Welcome to another riveting episode. Hope you guys are having a wonderful week. We are approaching hump day. Get your mother-loving life, ho. Okay, now we got some things to get into tonight. I'm going to keep this video very sweet and simple because, baby, a bitch is working. Okay, I got a lot going on. So we're going to try to do a quick 1, 2, 3 and get into some things and get the hell on out because I got to come right back to you tomorrow with a couple of uploads, okay? But in the meantime, if you are new here, hit that subscribe button, okay? And everybody should be thumbing up, okay? Thumbing up helps with YouTube's algorithm. It helps YouTube to recommend the content, the platform to other patrons on the YouTuberations, honey. So do your favorite bitch a favor and thumbs up the video, okay? And if you ain't feeling too lazy, share, okay? Snapchat, Grindr, BGC, Adam for Adam, Facebook, Snapchat, Metaverse, Big Girls Need Love 2, Pornhub, bitch, I don't give a damn where you share the content at, honey, because all free full promotion is nonetheless promotion. Okay. Now, while you guys are doing that, I'm going to run our intro and then we will get into tonight's brief commentary.
I know a place where you can recharge your soul.
Baby, that's Consciouztv.
And in the midst of brokenness, he gon' see your asshole.
Baby, that's Consciouztv.
You gon' heal, you gon' laugh and catch a little shade.
Ooh, girl.
Y'all know he be slaying, y'all better stop playing. Come hear what he's saying.
Ladies and gentlemen.
What's going on, you guys? Let me say hello to my crew members. What's going on? Hey, Bridget. What's going on, May Sayer? What's going on, Miss V? Hey, Cheryl. What's going on, Ray? Hey, I am back. What's going on, Doris? What's going on, Mod? Chupacabra? What's going on, Ganja Queen? What's going on? We got the Jose's point of view. Classic Queen. Hello. Ciao. Okay, we got to get into some shit, honey. Now, it's going to be a full week for the Kingdom, girl. I'm coming to you guys tonight to talk about our baby mother, Miss Maddie, her motherfucking self. When I tell y'all that I am so proud of the big dick bitch herself, baby, all the way from the chateau, okay? Hell, she took it one step further, baby, all the way from the basement of the chateau to the tippity top of New York to the goddamn Breakfast Club, bitch. Talk about a come up, baby. Don't call it a come back, baby, okay? Ts Madison literally is in her motherfucking season, honey. Oh, hold on. Let me move this shit out the way. Okay. Ts Madison, girl, is in her motherfucking season. And let me tell you something about Ts. Ts is literally... I'm going to tell you what I'm the most inspired by when it comes to this chick. It's not even... You know, of course, she has a personality that's larger than life, completely down to earth, in love with her fan base. But it's the humility for me. And I know that a lot of bitches would beg to differ that it ain't nothing humble about this bitch. But baby, it's the humility for me. Now, a lot of times, people who got a lot of shit, who've accomplished a lot, okay, who have a lot of material things, don't ever get the luxury of being able to be perceived as humbled simply because of what they have. But it is possible to have stuff and not let stuff have you, okay? And early on, okay, when I was growing my platform about 2 years ago and I was being very intentional about the shit, very intentional, okay, because when I first got on YouTube, I was not putting no effort into YouTube. I was just slapping shit up here, just being weird and kooky and random and, you know, throwing out some videos, and then I just started allowing YouTube to be a space where I would just, you know, teach on spirituality from. And then the Holy Ghost started telling me to get into secular content, okay? I was very resistant to this, so it took me about 6 months to obey and be obedient and subservient to the Holy of Ghostesses. But one of the very first, okay, one of the very first pop culture videos I did to mark a new era on my platform was cover the Queen's Court debauchery between Ts Madison and Miss Kia, Miss My Neck, My Wig, honey, okay, Miss Hound Dog in the face, and I had no idea that that would become an era all by itself, honey. That's when, baby, it was a shit show on YouTube, girl. It was literally Kaya's mutts and mangy rodents against the Maddie mob, honey, and it was an all-out clash of the goddamn titans. It was also how the beef sector kind of became a community, because a lot of people jumped on a lot of the commentary surrounding that debauchery, and people were taken to different sides, honey, and we had it going the fucks on YouTube, girl. We had it going on, baby. Channels were being destroyed, honey. The Maddie mob had them destroyed Kaya's Instagram and YouTube. Then Kaya's Mangy Mutts turned around and destroyed Maddie's first YouTube page, child, and it was just dragging, honey, dragging. It was a crazy ass time. And when Ts Madison began to rebrand the Queen's Court into the Supreme Queen's Court, this is when I really saw the humility from Miss Madison. I mean, Miss Madison was literally offering her platform to those who she genuinely just saw it for. And one of those content creators who Miss Madison kept reaching out to very publicly to get onto her show and to come and kiki and cut up and roast and drag and gag and get into some things with was, of course, your boy CTV. And at that time, child, me and Maddie had done talked and everything. She had done got Craig on the line to create a flyer. She had done picked out the picture she wanted to use of mine. I was so shook, okay, because at that time, I had just evolved my channel and I was just getting, you know, my feet really solidified in pop culture commentary. And even though I knew I was good at what I was, you know, at what I do, I was not ready, girl, for the exposure, because I was like, I'm gonna go on her damn, I'm gonna go on Baby Mama show, bitch. I'm a slay, and Baby Mama got a huge ass platform, girl, and I don't know if I'm ready for that level of exposure. When I tell y'all, I am truly like a very introverted person. I run with a very small set. I am not somebody who is always, you know, up next to people, and I'm not very. As a Scorpio, just how Madison describes Kaya. A lot of Scorpios are the same. We are just very introverted. We don't like, you know, a lot of new people, and I knew I knew not only was the exposure gonna be crazy, but I also knew, because Ts Madison like to keep a house full on filming night, I'm like, girl, I'm gonna have to go be around all these gays. I'm gonna have to act like I want to shake hands. I'm gonna have to act friendly. I'm gonna have to say a lot of hellos. I'm gonna have to be every bit of the type of social bitch that I'm not, honey, because naturally, bitch, I'll come through a space and just fuck with who I fuck with, and I don't give a damn how awkward that makes it for everybody else who I'm not going out of my way to be, you know, casually polite to. So I was like, ah! So what was crazy is that even though I did not fuck with Kaya's side of the events, and I totally stood in solidarity with the Queen about what had happened, because it was very clear, you know, who was who in the situation between them, and you know who was just always with the fuck shit, and it was always Miss My Neck, My Wig, okay? But it was funny that when Kia would go live and talk about how she you know, like how she also was very protective of her energy, and Madison at that time was saying how, you know, Kaya don't fuck with nobody and blah blah blah. I was like, that's exactly how Scorpios are. Like, we are very you know, the scorpion itself is a very predatory creature. It's a very dry land creature, honey. It's a survival creature, girl. And, you know, when scorpions are not hunting, they are just at peace, kind of in their own little corner of the world. That's why when a lot of people be like, you know, Kaya's still in the basement, it's a Scorpio thing. Scorpios it can be very, they can be very like cuddled, introverted individuals who can remain in one relationship for their whole life. They can remain in one occupation. Like, when Scorpios find their little nook and crevice, they're very comfortable, they're very satisfied, and they're very fulfilled in that crease or in their little ebb and fucking flow. But I was also like shook at the time because I was like, damn, bitch. You know, it was one hell of an opportunity. And Madison kept reaching out, kept reaching. And I was just like, girl, I was just not ready at that time. So between then and now, obviously, like, I'm at a totally different place. I'm wide open doing all of this shit, and I love it. And since then, I have been able to see the big dick bitch just get her whole fucking life. This bitch is one inspiring, self-made, entrepreneurial woman. And I think so many people can learn so much from this chick. Not just queer people, not just trans women, but just people in general, just creators in general, just entrepreneurs in general, okay? Because this woman knows what the hell she's doing. And, you know, Ts Madison, girl, first of all, bitch, you just need to go ahead and start teaching a goddamn, get you a Patreon, girl, or a members only on your goddamn channel, and start teaching some goddamn manifestation courses, girl, because bitch, I know you do that good witchcraft, girl. I know you be on that broom and cooking cats and shit in Big Mama's pots and shit, girl. You need to start teaching the motherfucking manifestation class, girl, because this girl just knows how to manifest. She just knows how to pull the reverse Uno card on negativity and turn and transmute shit into fertilizer. You know what I'm saying? She done went from continuing to hold down the Supreme Queen's Court, then got cozy with Nicki Minaj. She done been on Queen Radio twice, okay? She done got on We Television, honey, okay, which is something that she's been wanting to do forever. And now she done hit the Breakfast Club. She's working with Universal Productions and in movies. And she has been through her share of crucifixion and change along the way. You know, her and her previous management, they went their separate ways, and it was a brutal, uncomfortable, hard breakup. Okay. You know, there's been other things that have happened amidst this energetic shift in her life, but the bitch remained faithful. Baby mother remained motherfucking faithful, and now here she is. And I was just screaming, like, everybody, shit, most of the comment section under the Breakfast Club interview is made up of Maddie mobsters to the ground, okay? They came out full swinging for the queen to let the Breakfast Club know, bitch, that you guys are welcome. Y'all are welcome, girl. We let y'all borrow Miss TS, honey. You're welcome, okay? The Breakfast Club interview was really, really, really dope. Now, when Ts Madison had announced that she was going to be interviewing with them, I was curious to know what the energy was going to be like between her and Charlamagne, because you guys know that her and Kia created that whole Charlamagne everlasting goddess during the Queen's Court. And so I was like, this is going to be fascinating, because I do know that Madison has had to go on a bit of a damage control tour since the Queen Court. You know, she made up with Tamar, she made up with Candy Burris. They had a talk and worked through, a lot of the commentary that was given on the Queen's Court. And obviously, her and Charlemagne the God have also worked through their stuff as well, which I wasn't surprised by, because Charlemagne the God has a really good sense of humor, just like Madison. And I think Charlemagne done been in the game for so fucking long. He's been dragged by everybody at this point. Everything from his sexuality to it all has been, questioned and roasted and ran through. So I think he has a pretty thick skin when it comes to being a public figure and being at the helm of public opinion. So the energy was really well. I didn't feel like either one of them was punk faking anything. They wasn't overperforming for one another. It was giving me real, regular, normal workspace energy, and you could tell that things were genuine across the board. Okay. Now, some of the things that she talked about that I found to be interesting was Ts Madison and her pronoun game. If any of you guys know and been following Ts Madison for quite some time, you guys know that Ts has had a bit of an evolution when it comes to her pronouns, because early on, Ts Madison was a lot like Flame Monroe in terms of she just didn't really give a fuck about those pronouns, honey. He, she, we, it. She was the big dick bitch.com. She wore it as a badge of honor. She never allowed the way people perceived her to necessarily injure her in that way. She would just turn everything that people would say and brand it. She would turn everything that people would say and make it work for her. And so she's come a long way with the pronouns, because now she's come to realize the significance of requiring respect, and she is more of a public figure and understand her responsibility as a public figure, and she wants to do something really useful with that privilege and with that platform, and I really thank her for that, because we do have too many bootlicking, tap dancing, buffoonery, masses pet pussy desiring Black looking people, okay, who look like us, but oftentimes work not so much in the best interests of Black people as a whole, and sometimes even our own Black LGBT individuals. We work in very injurious ways toward the community. So, her getting there is really interesting to me. And when she got to the part of the interview when she was talking about her mother and her father and how she still kind of allows them to have a leniency, because she understands that they initially gave birth to a male child. And so she doesn't really hammer it in when it comes to her parents. But I'm like, girl, you better than me, bitch. You better than me. Because when she said that her daddy ain't seen the he since she was like 18, 19, I'm like, that's it right there. Because, because I know that they addressed this too on the reality show. And if you guys haven't seen Maddie's show, check it out on the We Network, on the We channel right here on YouTube. There are a lot of uploads here available. But, she had a whole sit down with her dad, and I'm just like, girl, my whole thing with parents, especially Black parents of trans kids, it's just like, like how much do you have to really accommodate getting information? I just feel like if you see that somebody is living intentionally a certain way, and you see that that's the way they present, girl, it's time to get your wig information, honey. It's time to get your hair into a nice little tight ponytail and move along. So I'm glad that she's reporting that her parents are doing much better. And, I just, at this point, Ts Madison, she rightfully so can demand absolute respect on her name and from everybody in her circle, especially as it relates to her identity, because she lives this shit every fucking day. She's gone under the knife, okay, to assimilate to femininity and womanhood in a way that makes sense to her. You know, she's also leveraging her family, and she's leveraging her friends and those in proximity to her, because she's employing black makeup artists, she's employing black hairstylists, she's a black woman producing business for other black people, trans, queer, straight, cisgendered, male, female, non-binary alike. And I couldn't imagine being a part of her family and not having the utmost respect. I don't give a damn if I would have, known TS when she was Timothy. I wouldn't have gave a damn if this was my little brother at one point in time, who's now this full-figured, vivacious, successful trans woman. The fact that this woman is making a legit and honest motherfucking living as paying the bills, slap some motherfucking respect on her fucking name, because I guarantee you that the Madison that's at the end of TS, I bet you Miss Madison, despite having a controversial existence, despite being an anomaly to the cis hetero community that she come from, that she's the only one in her family making this level of fucking history and doing it with all of these controversial intersections. You gotta fucking slap some respect on that. You gotta slap some motherfucking respect on that. What's going on, Rhonda? Hey, Jackie. What's going on, Yvette? So, y'all check out the interview. Tear-jerking moment. I'm so proud of you, Ts Madison, and I just hope that you continue to be humbled and retain your humanity and continue to I just hope that you get all that you want in life. You know what I want to see from Ts Madison before I move on to Larry? I think not only should Miss TS start motherfucking teaching some manifestation courses, girl, and teach the girls how to elevate and transcend, honey, and how to create point B, bitch. Baby, she ain't talking about Ts Madison don't just travel to point B and to point C. TS creates point B, bitch. Okay? Start teaching the girls the art of manifestation, bitch, because you doing something right in the witch's lair, girl. You done got the formula right somehow, some way, honey. Start teaching the secrets of the kingdom away. But I would also love to see TS do a dating reality show, just like they gave New York from Flavor of Love. I Love New York, and they gave her own show. They gave her Flavor of Love, season 2, season 1, etc. I think Ts Madison would be very entertaining. I think that it'll be a show that lots of people would tune in for various motherfucking reasons. And I think it would also give Miss Madison an opportunity to start doing some heart surgery, because she maintains that, she just doesn't really know a lot about the love part when it comes to men. The frucking, yes. The nut busting, hello. The titty licking, how you doing? But the love part, she ain't that familiar with the love terrain, honey. And, I'm almost not mad at that, because men are such trash at this point that, hell, most of us have reduced niggas to just good dick, okay? And we're just going off and being a man for our goddamn selves in every other capacity, okay? But I would love to see it. And I would love to see Ts Madison in love. I think that, I think that'll just be good healing for her soul. What's going on, Infinity Red? Hey, Talisa. Okay, they can have some cisgender, trans attracted men. Who would y'all want to see compete for Madison's heart, honey? I think they should have Malik Yoba, trans attracted ass, as one of the contestants. Malik Yoba, I want to see him compete for a Ts Madison clock. Compete for her heart, honey, for them double D's. Who else would y'all love? Who else real freaky and checking for the girls? Honey, we need to have an old nasty Bobby Valentino, honey, okay? Have his R&B ass competing for Miss Maddie's heart. What's going on, Lauren Rose? Hey, boo, okay? Who else, honey? Charlamagne the God. Tigger, okay? Come through with the niggas. Tigger. Bobby Valentino, Malik Yoba. We got a little roster going. Who was the little rap boy? Y'all remember the rap boy? Not a rap boy. Is he a rapper? The nigga that got exposed. Well, he exposed himself allegedly a few months ago. What's his name? He was having sex with the little people on his OnlyFans and stuff. What's his name? Oh, Young Buck, Darius. It's the other guy? I think he's light skinned. He kind of weird. He be doing like all type of weird circus Olay freaky goofy shit on his OnlyFans. Remember that video came out and it had leaked of him getting oral sex from a trans woman and it like went viral, honey. We even talked about it over here. I totally forgot his name. Tank. Cause y'all know Tanks love to throw his motherfucking legs to the ceiling, baby, and get them cakes ate, honey. Okay, yes, God, honey. Tank be acting like he's just queer friendly, girl. But you know, who knows? Trick Daddy love to get them pancakes ate too, honey. He loved to throw them corns up to the ceiling fan, honey, and get old rummage through in the cake, honey. Now I don't know if Ts Madison is trying to lick and kiss all up on Trick Daddy, but nonetheless, honey, okay, it would make for some interesting tea. Who else? There's somebody else who be with the girls too, honey. Who else? There's been a lot of trans attracted men that have come out over the past few years, but I think it would be dope, honey. It would be an amazing show. So Ts Madison, girl, can you give us some old nasty manifestation courses? And we need a love reality show from you, child. It would be lit. But shout out to Ts Madison. You guys check out her interview with The Breakfast Club with Angela Yee and Charlamagne the God. Thank God that DJ Envy's dry ass was not on set, girl, adding all of nothing. Okay. Oh, and they gave our bitch an hour and a half, honey. They didn't even give the last sister girl of the community an hour and a half, girl. They only gave her ass 30 minutes, but they gave Miss Madison a whole hour and a half, honey. Well earned, well deserved, and it was engaging from top to bottom. So shout out to the big dick missus herself. Keep up the good work, girl. What's going on, Maysayer? One. Okay. Now, I also want to talk to you guys about Larry D. Reid. Bitch! Y'all, I'm about to slap somebody's mama. No, it's not an interview, Shauna. It's from her reality show on television. There was an article, not an article, there was an episode that was dedicated to her going back to her hometown and sitting with her father, and they had a whole scene in the park where they was, making an exchange, and it was very interesting. It actually created like a bit of a buzz and a conversation within the community, honey. So just check out her reality show. I'll post it in the description box below. Now, not Ts Madison, Lord have mercy. Larry D. goddamn Reid, bitch. How many of y'all in the comments have saw season 1 of Reading Things My Way? How many? How many of y'all? Because, baby, Reading Things My Way has my life completely and utterly fucking shook, bitch. I am shooketh, bitch. Shooketh, girl. Now, this is another one. This is another one who needs to have his ass on mainstream television. First of all, I love reality TV. But this was unexpectedly delicious. Reading Things My Way is wholesome. It's fucking hilarious. And it's deep and dramatic and raw and black and girl, is everything. Now, I had binge watched this season again this month, but I did not watch the mid-season cast interviews that took place, I think, around episode 5. Girl, shout out to Buddha, to Vincent Hill, who also worked on, who worked with Ts Madison and was a part of her production and her camera crew for a very long time during the Supreme Queen's Court, honey, but who also is one of Larry Reid's best friends, and who also now works on the Reading Things My Way production as well. But he led this 3-hour interview between Larry, the girls, Lisa, Shamarko, Joshua, Deja, her mother Felicia, and Latrice, honey, the cousin and family cook. Baby, I watched that shit last night. Girl, y'all know I had to drag Larry Reid ass onto this platform, baby. So I hope y'all ready to on Thursday night, 9:30, 10 o'clock, bitch. We are, girl. I got questions. I got questions. I got questions. I got judgments. I got it all. So we will be talking to Larry D. Reid, okay, on Thursday night, right here on the Consciouztv platform at 9:30, roughly 10 o'clock Eastern Standard Time Thursday, because season 2 of Reading Things My Way is about to start filming, okay? They start filming on Friday the 5th. And we will be doing weekly reviews of each episode because literally there were 100 billion conversations that season 1 alone gave birth to. And I'm mad that I missed out on taking that opportunity to have conversations aloud with you guys that the Reid's family dynamics were a catalyst for. Look, if you are not watching Reading Things My Way, you need to get into Larry's Patreon. This is exclusively for Patreon members, honey. Okay? It is worth all the $1,011,000 that Larry is charging, baby, for that Patreon, honey. And that Patreon coin is paying for this very raw, honest entertainment that he's providing through this reality show where you get to know Lisa a little bit more, baby. You get to know Kendall, honey. I'm going to save a lot of my commentary for when we talk to Larry on Thursday. But you get to get up close on people that we're not up close to. We see them around Larry, you know, but we don't really get to get into their personhood, baby. And the Reids have just had it going on, child. I literally got my life. I literally watched that mid-season interview. And girl, even though it was like 3.5 hours, I literally was still there wanting more. Like, there's just so many things that I'm going to say. There are so many things that I thought was really inspiring by seeing that many black folk in a tribe confront each other, challenge each other, have hard conversation, and nobody threw a kitchen pot. Nobody picked up a broom. Nobody pulled out an AK-47, baby. Nobody pulled out grandpa's good pistol. Okay, baby? That's always reliable. Nobody pulled out grandpa's good pistol, baby, that came ready for the nuck and the buck of it all, baby. They didn't even so much as scream and shout and cuss each other out, which are all things that would have happened in CTV's family, baby. Y'all would have saw 3.5 hours of yellow crime tape around the set, bitch. Had it been CTV's family, baby. Y'all would have saw busted heads, girl. Y'all would have saw pools of blood, baby. The camera would have been spinning around 369 goddamn stop, baby. Bullets would have been flying back and forwards, honey. And then the whole building would have went up in total flames by the end of a 3.5-hour sit down, girl. Get your life, bitch. So if y'all not in Larry's Patreon, go to Larry's YouTube page, look under any video in the description box, and sign up to his Patreon, girl, because you are not going to know what the hell I'm talking about when we get to reviewing this season of Reading Things My Way. And also, okay, we got some Larry Reid live court case updates. I'm going to be working on some stuff tonight, baby. I'm about to gag the fuck out of y'all. If you're not in the Patreon, baby, I'm about to drop something in the Patreon that's going to gag the fuck out of y'all. That's going to gag the fuck out of y'all, girl. So we got some teams to get into. So be looking for a Larry Reid live update this week, okay? And once again, if you're not in the Patreon, girl, that's where all the paperwork is, okay? Now, I can't afford it anymore, but I might join just for the second. Rhonda, you got to. It's everything. Reading Things My Way is so good. I would sign up for Patreon just to watch that alone. Like, Reading Things My Way is completely underrated. This is a reality show that can compete with the heavy hitters. I can see Reading Things My Way on Lifetime, on Oxygen, just on like a wholesome network, like nothing tacky like VH1. I can even, you know what? BET would be a great place for the Reading Things My Way reality show. Like, and you would be surprised. And let me tell you how interesting these people are. Most reality shows, they make sure today that there's like a lot going on, so that, you know, there's constant storylines, there's constant movement. These people made just really filming inside of their homes, filming their work relationships to each other, filming their family relationships to each other. The reality show literally centered around that. And it was actually engaging and entertaining. But you know what? It's always the good shit that's actually not on syndicated television. We be paying cable and watching all of this trash ass shit, and all of the actual good shit, okay, be right here on the dark web, honey. Okay? Oh, yes, Rhonda, I would be locked up. See, I know how to sin and then ask the Lord for forgiveness later. See, that's what I know how to do. I know how to pull the trigger and then ask for forgiveness later. Okay? See, I ain't got no problem sending somebody to the other side. And I ain't got no problem speaking to you when I get to the other side either. Okay? Because it's going to be all right. It's going to be all right. Now, last but not least, guys. Let me see. Hold on. Let me move this. I pay for cable and don't watch TV. Auntie, join the freaking list, honey. Okay, ain't that about the story of most of our lives at this point? Oh, hold on. I'm fucking up the church's money. Hold on, y'all. I done messed up. Oh, you know, actually, before I move on to my last thing on the docket tonight, you guys also know that Larry Reid is dropping his documentary, which is going to be very hard hitting. Okay, Larry hasn't even seen what has happened yet, so he's going to be watching this with us when it debuts. Okay, and word on the curb, girl, is that yeah, this documentary is going to make Reading Things My Way look like a walk down Sesame Street Avenue, girl. So you guys make sure to be tuning in to the documentary. And if you haven't seen it, I'm going to play the trailer for the documentary. It drops on November the 22nd, okay? Loud, live, and in color on the Larry Reid Live YouTube page, okay? Facebook, Patreon, Instagram, all of Larry's handlers, okay? So let me run this documentary if you haven't seen it yet, so you can check it out here.
Even though he has not always been protected, he's always been a protector.
Broken people saw that signal and done what they thought they needed to do to the request that I was making, and they just chose improperly. He never told me nothing. I knew nothing about it.
I feel like everyone in my family, in some form or way, has been fondled or molested or raped in some form or fashion.
I couldn't understand how God was in me because I was that.
There was tolerated versus celebrated.
There's a wrong way and right way to do everything, and Larry always seemed to choose the wrong way.
Yes, I was drugged in rape. That happened when I was 17 years old. Misfits have an ability to stick out. But if the misfit accept that they absolutely cannot fit in, then they become someone that we can expect.
Okay, girl. Now, I'm going to have to find a way to upload this damn trailer into my actual stream, y'all, honey, because she always be delayed because Larry done went and used all this expensive ass equipment and done shot in 4K and 5K and 60K and all type of shit. And she's dragging the shit out of my damn MacBook when I play it here on StreamYard. So I'm gonna have to find a way to upload it. But the trailer is also uploaded to Larry Reid's YouTube page and Facebook page as well. So make sure that you follow and be looking out for that. Now, and thank you to Auntie for your Cash App. Thank you to those who have PayPal'd and Cash App me over the past 2 weeks. Thank you to Auntie Trisha for your donation. God bless you for sowing into the ministry. Oh my goodness. Oh my God. You guys are freaking amazing. Amazing, amazing, amazing. Thank you so much, Auntie Trisha. You guys make sure to send her some waves of good energy. I think I told you guys in the last upload that Auntie Trisha and my girl Peace Love did a collaboration for Domestic Violence Month where Auntie shared her story, honey. If you have not checked it out, please check out Peace Love's YouTube page where you can find the collaboration. Peace Love is also a subscriber here, and her channel is freaking amazing, and she is beautiful. So make sure that you check out these two queens, honey, getting into some real life teens, okay? There is life after domestic violence. Now, let me see where this other upload is. I have one more thing I want to talk to you guys about. If you're in the building, please thumbs up, thumbs up, thumbs. Oh, here it is. Thumbs up, thumbs up, thumbs up. Boom, boom, cow. Boom, 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 cow. Okay. So tomorrow night, okay, which is Tuesday, we will be having, okay, he is of no stranger to this platform, okay, Dr. Cleo Manago, honey. Now, Dr. Cleo Manago is a civil rights activist. He also happens to just be a same gender loving man, but he is very clear that he is black first. You guys may have seen him on TV One. He is a regular over on the Roland Martin network and YouTube page. He recently was with Roland Martin on a segment where Dr. Cleo Manago was giving his views about Dave Chappelle and the controversy. If you're talking about a man who knows his history and knows his blackness and knows his Africanness, then this is him. Now, Dr. Cleo Manago is also, despite being a same gender loving man himself, he is controversial within the black queer community. The opinions are kind of split down the middle. Some people absolutely love him in the community. Other people feel that he panders to the straight black community. They feel that he does not really recognize his masculine presenting privilege. And there's just a lot, child. I have already received at least a dozen emails, okay, about this interview already. And I'm going to be discussing some of those issues with Dr. Cleo Manago, his opinions about Dave Chappelle, the way that black queer people have internalized homophobia and transphobia from their own community. We're going to address homophobia and black and transphobia within the community. We're going to also address his relationship to the black queer community and kind of get him to speak to some of the concerns, some of the observations, some of the critiques that his peers and fellow queer brothers and sisters have about him, and see just what he says to some of these things, give his perspective to some of these things. And we're also going to revisit our last interaction, which was, in my opinion, very bizarre. Because Dr. Cleo Manago, had interviewed with Funky Dineva, which I didn't know that him and Funky's interview was close in time frame to ours, because I think that I interviewed Dr. Cleo Manago the next day. And I also had brought up my same gender loving cousin into this conversation that some of you guys may remember. If you haven't seen it, just, search in the search bar, Consciouztv and Dr. Cleo Manago. And it was a very interesting journey. Okay. I obviously agree with a lot of things that Dr. Cleo Manago says, but I also disagree with a lot of things he say as well. And I'm going to tell you what I'm not going to do in tomorrow's interview. In our last interview, I felt very hot and cold. I had a lot of mixed emotions, and I became overwhelmed toward the end. And it was really because I was attempting to just kind of stay in the interviewer's position, and I allowed that to keep me from being as direct as I normally am, because I wanted to show him that love and that respect, and I wanted to keep it very professional. But you guys know that my natural style is I just like to really just have table talk with you guys. I like to have table talk with people that I bring on here. And so this time around, what I'm going to do is not really go into this as an interviewer, but I'm going to go into this as just a conversation with another black, same gender loving man. And I'm going to be very honest about the way that I experience my life. And we're going to talk about the way that a lot of black trans men and black trans women and a lot of same gender loving men and women and non-binary individuals experience the black community. And we're just going to just have a raw, honest, but still respectful dialogue. Okay, so I also want this conversation to be presentable. So this is a conversation that I would love for you guys to bring your young people into. If you have any young people in your family, teenagers, people who are old enough to find this type of conversation appropriate, 16, 17, 18 a year olds, people who are probably now in school with trans people, people who are now in classrooms and sharing spaces with same gender loving people. If you also have same gender loving people in your family, in your contacts, send them this link. Let them know that the show will be happening tomorrow. I will be dropping the link for you guys to come up and to speak to anything that is discussed. And to also be able to ask Dr. Cleo Manago questions. And once again, I want you guys to keep it respectful. I know that Dr. Cleo Manago can trigger up a lot of people because he can be very 10 toes down and sterile in the way he thinks. But I will say that despite Dr. Cleo Manago's hard shell or perceivable hard shell, he really is one of the nicest guys that I've ever met. And he truly want what's best for the Black community, and certainly want what's best for Black queer people of all kinds. And so I want us all to have a open exchange with the doctor. And me and the doctor have already spoke. Yeah, I didn't, Rhonda. I did not express myself like I wanted to in our last interview. Because I was trying to keep it together. But me and Dr. Cleo Manago, we've spoken. We spoke he caught me last Thursday? He called me and I told him, I said, Doc, I'm a little shook, okay? Because I love you to death, and he's so valuable. He has so much knowledge, and he is speaking truth. But there is room for more perspective. And I told him, I said, the last time I was just trying to keep it together because I wanted to be professional, but he understands that this time we're just going to be in the ring. And this time, we're going to take the political correctness off. And this time I'm not going to, I'm not Oprah this time around. I am Davion in this dialogue that will be happening tomorrow. So, and we also agree that what happens tomorrow stays in the box of tomorrow, child. So it might get a little rough, okay? Dr. Cleo is certainly somebody who's going to speak his mind. He's going to tell it how he thinks it is, okay? And CTV is definitely gonna keep it 100. So it may get a little spicy. It may get intense. It may even get a little draggy, honey. Like it may get a little bit of or we may be throwing something. Girl, it may just yeah. Now I can't tell you what to predict, honey, but we. Just understand, no matter what you see tomorrow between me and Dr. Cleo, no matter what you see, I want you to know the intent is love, okay? Even if the both of us end up with black eyes by the time this is done, honey, okay? I want you to know that that the ass whooping we gave to each other was one in love, okay? But I also, once again, I want this to be very family oriented, you guys. So I'm gonna try to keep the language very censored because I want your pastors, your preachers, your prophets. I want your kids to be able to watch this. I want you to be able to watch this with your coworkers or whomever you think needs to see this. Because I think that this is a necessary conversation. And it's fascinating because when I dropped the link, I got another email like 5 minutes after I dropped the watch page for the interview girl, and somebody was going. I'm gonna read y'all the email. Let me put an email right now. Like soon as I created the watch page for the conversation girl, people started hitting me up immediately. I'm gonna read you guys. I'm gonna read Dr. Cleo Manago this email as well. Okay, I'm not going to state the name of the person who emailed this. I'm gonna keep their identity anonymous. They will be in the building watching, and once again, you guys will be able to hit the link and come up and speak to the conversation tomorrow. It's going to be very interesting. But this email reads. Reads. Hold on, what's going on, one community? What's going on, bro? Let me inbox lots of in the box of Tom. Who you talking about? What you talking about, one community? What is going on? Okay. Hold on, let me scroll up through some of these comments before I read this email. What's going on, Bush Jury? Consciouztv, do you know your friend Janakiro Pro hates film guys and trans? He calls them it and animals. What do you think of him? Okay, so I think about Wonky Pro. Me and Wonky Pro are not friends, for one, Bush Jury. I don't use the term friend loosely at all, okay? Me and Wonky do not speak off the internet, and I don't even know the last time that I've been so lost in the sauce, Bush Jury. I don't think I've seen. Whenever Wonky last seen me on his platform, it's the last time that I saw his content. So I didn't know that Wonky hates film gays. I've never Wonky speaks his mind, you know. I don't, Wonky kind of is he can be a little rough around the edges when it comes to his verbiage, but I can't say that I've ever gotten hate or dislike from Wonky. I think now I can only tell you what my experience is. I have not seen everything Wonky has ever done. I haven't seen every video. I have been in and out of Wonky's platform here and there for years. So I don't know maybe what has caused you to perceive that, but I know what I've gotten from Wonky is Wonky is pretty accepting. He will call shit out, and sometimes he keeps it all the way real. And sometimes, maybe he doesn't use the right pronouns, but hate, I've never gotten hate. But, Wonky is a very, interesting person. I've always had a positive experience of him. We've always had great dialogue when I have called into his show and everything. He's also a spiritualist, and he's a very accurate, anointed one as well. Wonky gave me an angel reading that had to do, I don't know what was going on at the time, but he predicted the outcome, and I don't know what it was about. But baby, when I tell you that them angel cards read me my whole motherfucking life, and it gave me confirmation about some things, and about a week and a half later, the angel cards was on point and had been proven true, and everything was well and all right. So I know he's very anointed. I'm gonna have to check in on Wonky. But those would be improper words, okay, to describe trans. And I know that there are a lot of gays in the community who do have a superior complex when it comes to effeminate gay men. Honestly, Dr. Cleo Manago is being said to be one of those masculine brothers who doesn't respect effeminate men or trans women, etc. I think somebody here in the comment section said, he's very transphobic, etc. Dr. Cleo Manago is not transphobic, but Dr. Cleo Manago is, he's another one. He might be a little rough in his presentation, but we're going to address everything under the sun tomorrow. We're going to get into everything there. But I want to read you guys this email, okay? And this will just give you a taste of because what this person said in this email is it echoes throughout the Black queer community as it relates to Dr. Cleo Manago. And I am going to read this email to him as well. But it says that, hi, Consciouztv, I am prepared to watch your live with Dr. Cleo Manago tomorrow night. Please truly note that even though he is a gay, same-gender loving man, he is a chronic, toxic gaslighter when it comes to the issues that Black people who are of the LGBTQ community have. His last live was with Funky Dinevil on straight men and their role with homophobia in the Black community. He literally was speaking as if he was in another conversation, like the one he has been assigned to doesn't exist. It was horrible. Handle the educational dialogue with care and as you do so well. However, you have every right to call him out if he gaslights and tries to muzzle over homophobia and transphobia in the Black community. He definitely leads with "you are Black" first, and there is no such thing as homophobia and transphobia in the Black community. And it's exhausting. If you can ask him this question, and his true colors will come out. Now, I'm not going to say the question. I'm going to actually allow the question to be spoken in real time, but that I got 12 of those emails. So I'm going to speak to the doctor about the way he's perceived within the Black LGBT community. Some people are in the middle. Some people love him. Some people can't stand him. You know, it's a mixed bag. So we'll be getting into all of that. Bush says, Wonky been coming for Rico. I found out about Wonky after he came for Rico. I listened to some of his stuff. He sounds ignorant. Oh, wow. Bush, yeah, I haven't been over there. I have no idea what the hell Wonky got going on these days. But I will check out Wonky. I know he's been rather supportive of me in the past, and I'm about as masculine and feminine and everything in between and all at once, you know, so... but we will definitely see. Okay, so I'm gonna get out of here, you guys. That's just what I wanted to give you guys an update on. I will once again be dropping the link for tomorrow's interview. You guys will be able to come up and interject. You guys will be able to come up and ask questions. Once again, shout out to Ts Madison. So fucking proud of her, and looking forward to season 2 of Reading Things My Way, Reid Live. If you're not in Patreon to get season 2, you need to get your ass there, honey, because episodes will be dropping, okay, by the end of November, okay, and we will be doing weekly reviews of each episode, and we're going to have Reid Live right here on the platform Thursday night at 9:30, and we're also going to have Dr. Cleo Manago here live and in color tomorrow, Wednesday night at 7 p.m., and I am filming with the Grapevine TV on Thursday as well. So, I will be letting you guys know when the Grapevine drops the episode, because it is a pre-recorded episode. And when they debuted it, I will definitely share it out and let you guys know that where you can guys go check out CTV's debut on the Grapevine TV. If you have not watched the Grapevine TV, please go check out the Grapevine TV here on YouTube and follow them on Instagram. Amazing panel, educational. And we got some updates to do and some dragging to do as well, okay? So it's just going to be a content-filled week, honey, okay? What's going on, Tawana Inspire? Hey, Blessed, Booked and Busy. Hey, Phyllis, what's going on, Yvette? Bush Jury says Wonky definitely gives two-faced vibes. Oh my goodness, no. But maybe you should just send him an email, Bush Jury. Just send him an email, tell him how you feel. A lot of content creators are very down to earth in real life and are very sensible people. I know that a lot of us come off, you know, a lot of us are kind of rough and we present in rough fashions. But a lot of us are really easy to talk to, and a lot of us really do love our supporters and really do want to make sure that our supporters are having a positive experience. So maybe call into the show or send them an email, a DM, and just see maybe, you know, what you can get out of Wonky to get some clarity on his position when it comes to trans women and effeminate gay men, etc. Because, you know, at the end of the day, baby, You know, there is a such thing as masculine presenting privilege in the gay community, but you know, we always remind masculine gay men that when these hoes go to put us all on an island, it will be us all on that island together, okay? You know, they tolerate masculine gay men, but they don't want their ass to see them as any more of a contribution to society than they see black trans women, black trans men, or black effeminate men. So masculine, same gender loving men just have the luxury of just being unclockable and being digestible to the dominant society. But in no way, shape, or form should masculine presenting gay men take that as a fucking cue that they are actually accepted and should definitely discern tolerance from actual acceptance. Okay. So once again, my experience of Wonky has been really positive. So, you know, I don't know, but I will check him out, see what he got going on over there and everything. I don't deal with interlopers. I understand, Bush. I truly, truly, truly do. Oh, I miss you as well, Tawana. Yeah, catch the replay, boo. We'll be here for a full week, honey. You gonna be tired of my ass by the end of this week, girl. I'm gonna have put up so much goddamn content that it's gonna be redonkulous, okay? And I think we may be shooting for 2 men and a lady as well, girl. It's a lot going on. But blessed and highly favored. I'm about to drop some shit into the Patreon, girl, just to give y'all. Girl, I'm about to drop something into the Patreon tonight. Okay. So just yeah, patrons, be looking out for that upload. I will see you guys tomorrow. Be blessed. Don't be stressed. Wednesday, 7 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Be there or be fucking square with Dr. Cleo Manago. Let's get into it. Okay.